This audio is used for the transcriber test at Go Transcript.
A few years ago, a rising tide of lecturers and literary folks from merry old England was washed upon the shores of our North American continent. The purpose of each one of them is to make a new discovery of America. They come over to us traveling in great simplicity, and they return in the ducal suite of the Aquitania. They carry away with them their impressions of America, and when they reach England, they sell them to our Go Transcript customers. We then demand that they be transcribed into a more readable format. This export of impressions has now been going on so long that the balance of trade and impressions is all disturbed. There's no doubt that the Americans, Canadians, and Go Transcript admins have been way too generous in this matter of giving away impressions. We emit them with the careless ease of a glowworm, and like the glowworm, ask for nothing in return. Like the final season of Downton Abbey, however, this irregular and one-sided traffic has now assumed such great proportions that we are compelled to ask whether it's right to allow these people to carry away from us impressions of the very highest commercial value without giving us any pecuniary compensation whatever. British lecturers have been known to land in New York, pass the customs, drive uptown in a closed taxi, submit their audios to Go Transcript, and then forward to England from the closed taxi itself $10 worth of impressions of American national culture character. I've myself seen an English literary chap, biggest, I believe, hotter than Dame Edna or even Her Majesty Maggie Smith, sit in the corridor of a fashionable New York hotel and look gloomily into his hat, and then from this very hat produce an estimate of the genius of America at 20 halfpennies a word. The nice question as to whose 20 halfpennies that was never seems to have occurred to him. I am not writing in the faintest spirit of jealousy. I quite admit the extraordinary ability that is involved in this peculiar susceptibility to impressions, especially the classical ones by von Meter. I have estimated that some of these English visitors have been able to receive impressions at the rate of 4 to the second. In fact, they seem to get them every time they see a shilling in the gutter outside the Go Transcript offices. Without jealousy or complaint, I feel like somehow these impressions are inadequate and fail to depict us as we really are. Let me illustrate what I mean. Here are some of the impressions of New York, gathered from visitors' discoveries of America and reproduced, not perhaps word for word, but as closely as I can remember. New York, writes one, nestling at the foot of the Hudson, gave me an impression of coziness, of tiny houses inside giant gobsmacking skyscrapers. By contrast, a disgruntled ex-Go Transcript transcriber said, New York City sucks because I can't get the editors to raise my rating from 4 to 5, and so does Aquabogie.
This audio is used for the transcriber test at Go Transcript.